Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Void Stranger. For you, it's probably been the usual amount of time since you saw the last video, but for me, it's been 10 days since I've recorded, because I've gotten way ahead on recordings, and so Thanksgiving just happened, and I was at my mom's, and dealing with some other stuff. And I have reviewed previous videos just to kind of remind me where I am. We're in Lilith's campaign. We are trying to collect the Locust Idols to help stay alive so that we can collect the memory shards and also find little bits of lore. And some of the puzzles are difficult despite the fact that I have power-ups, and that's where I am. Okay, I cannot use my wings. Sorry, I cannot use my rod. And this guy here seems to be sitting on something. What is he sitting on? This guy is on the exit. Is this guy on a pressure plate? So I have to keep this guy alive? That would make sense. So if I want to keep this guy alive and get him off the exit, I could either go up here so that he walks over here and then get rid of this somehow. That seems pretty good, honestly. Also, if I can push this off, I can use the Void Rod, which I'm going to probably need to do. So I want to push this off pretty early on. So let's do that. Is there any other problems I'm going to encounter on this level? I guess after having pushed that off, I think it's just gonna all work out. So with the wings, let's try it out. So if I push this off, I think I am going to want to pick up a what-do-you-call. I do want to bait this guy to come over here. I do need to give myself some more space over here, which is fine. And then I ought to be able to pick this up so that that guy is trapped and can't go anywhere anymore. And then at that point, I think I'm fine because I can just do things like this and get to the exit. Yes. Okay. I have good news. I still remember how to play the game. Hooray! 1, 2, 3. Look at that. So much memory. I probably want to move some things around, but I'm not sure the order in which I want to move them. Also, the exit is way over there. That's a problem. I either get this guy going to the... Also, didn't I bang on this 3 times? Did it go bling, bling, bling? Maybe it did, and I already forgot. There it goes. Okay. I feel like I might want to start with this. And actually, with wings, I can totally just, let's grab this before I forget about it. You acquired 3 Locust Idols! Lucky! It makes me so happy to say lucky. I'm not sure why. It just seems so happy. The way the letters are spaced apart. And, I don't know, it feels good to be lucky. Better lucky than good. All that jazz. So I feel like we're pretty much there, because couldn't I just put this down here and then go here? Yes. Great. Great. Okay. I don't think I need a pointer right now. This guy moves opposite directions from me. I can easily move him over to the right and down, provided I can get to the left differently, which I totally can. Somehow, some way. So let's do this. And then think for a moment. It seems to me this won't quite work. It'll almost work. Yeah, that'll just about work. This guy needs to move all the way over to here now. And I think I do want him here. Oh, but now he doesn't have good spaces to move. Do I have good spaces to move? Maybe. I could put this here. And then... I can't quite get there yet. Might not have done enough here. Suppose I'd done this and I go to the left and he goes to the right. Then I can go down and he goes up, but that doesn't help either of us. I can go further to the left and get another square to stand on, though. This seems quite helpful. Yes, because now I can get us out of sync. We're in a pretty safe spot here. I can dump this off for a moment. I can pick up the exit. I can't go down because that would get him up, but I could go up. We're almost there. I need to put this down and come pick it up again later, which I can totally do. I can put it down over here. I can pick it up again later in a second. So I'm going to go here so that he has places to stand on. Then I'm going to go pick this up using my wings. Then I'm going to get us offset. Then I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to go to the exit. Haha! Take that, video game. If that is your real name. There are rocks to talk to. The rocks are sitting on pressure plate doodads, and so they're going to fall, and I don't think there's a way for me to ever talk to the second rock. Is there a way for me to ever talk to the second rock? That actually is pretty interesting. Both of them are connected. I can't push one, so I don't think I could ever talk to the second rock. Because it's impossible to move the first rock other than dropping it, and if I drop it, it's definitely going to drop the second rock as well. That is my assessment of the situation. So I will just try to talk to the first rock. I'm not going to use my Void Rod. I'm just going to use my wings. So here's my opportunity to talk. Die. Alright. Non-unique, non-lonely rocks don't have much interesting to say. I used my... Gosh darn it. I took my hand off the keyboard, and then after I talked to the rock, I had to put it back on in order to press the action button, and then I left it there. Because I'm a dummy. So how do I get to the exit? I have to push this bad statue off. So that involves a route that enables me to destroy tiles and push the statue, which does not seem difficult. For example, I can do this, and then that falls away, and now I can reduce things to a previously solved problem, like this, and now I can actually use my Void Rod and do this, and everything is fine, and there are no memory shards to pick up. Great. Great. No memory shards here. And I could use my sword to kill that doodad, which I am tempted to do just because it's a thing that can be done, and I can push the Dark Idol statue onto that thing. So I'm going to kill this guy because it's fun. And then I'm going to go push this over here, and then I can get to the exit. I don't need to worry about these tiles falling because I have wings. Terrific. There is a memory shard in the lower left, and I think simply causing... I can't tell what type of tile it's on. Causing the bottommost ochre to move might end up getting it. I'm curious. Yes! I've collected the memory shard already. I'm just that good. So in that case, I can probably... yeah, do some cheese. There is one locust shard over there, but I don't think I'm that interested in it. And if I go to the right now, the other guy is moving past me. And I can just kill this guy with a sword. And then I can use my wings to get to the exit. So, we've collected another memory shard. Remind me where I am in terms of memory shards. Here is a button. Hey, I remember how the menus work. 1610. Okay, I need 6 more memory shards. That's great. We're making good progress. Right, and anytime I go to the menu, it still causes the music to go down, so I'm going to restart the game. I'll be right back. Okay, menu back at acceptable levels. In order to kill these 2 dudes, I can either use my sword. It feels like using my sword is a pretty good strategy here. Because... how would this work? Is there a good way to use my sword? Not really, because I can't turn around and face you, because if I move to the right now, you would just come and kill me. So I could also get the 2 guys to run into one another, but that's also non-trivial. However, hold on. In this long stretch here, what if I do this and then move down? Yeah, then I can kill you with the sword. There we go. I figured it out. I did the thing. I might have gotten myself into trouble here. Fortunately, I own wings. Is that sufficient fortune to solve our problem? I don't know that it is. I think I have still caused myself to become deadified. The only chance is, yeah, if he wasn't going to attack me there. Okay, so I need to fill in that hole first, and then otherwise that would have worked fine, I think. So, I think the key moves are bait you down here, go up here, kill you with the sword, then fill this hole. So let's fill it thusly, and then there'll be a nice long corridor that I can use to get a running start, and everything will be fine, and I want to make sure this guy doesn't get trapped over here, which I don't think is going to happen, but we'll just kind of make sure. And so if I hang out over here, then I can totally just kill you with the sword like that. Great. And get a looks title, so I'm back up to 39. Okay. Here, I would prefer to use shadow followers. It would take a gazillion shadow followers. And so I might actually not prefer to use shadow followers. And so if I can get Ogre Dude in the bottom left, then I could just walk around in some circles. So let's just get Ogre Dude in the bottom left, which ought not be that difficult. In fact, I might have already done it. He didn't see me right. Okay, it is difficult. Because if I go down now, he's gonna kill one of my shadow followers. Okay. Fair enough. Because I have 2 followers, and so... let's just try this. Yeah, so he immediately comes and does that. And yeah, I don't think there is ever a way that that was going to work. So... there are many possible ways to get around this. One is just don't pick up shadow followers in the early game. And so I have picked up 1 fewer shadow follower, and I think that will be sufficient. And so I think I can basically replicate what I was just trying to do. But now I can do this and leave you behind over there. And then I can put this back down here, and now I just do want to gain a bunch of followers, because they will eventually hold the door open for me. And there we go. Okay, that's fine. The exit is now near the bottom right. It was near the upper left in Gray's campaign, and this is what makes Lily have a more difficult time on this particular level. How do I deal with dude number 1 and dude number 2? Sword seems pretty great. But how do I even sword the first guy? Yes, let me think about this one. I think I want him to walk all the way to the right. And I think I want to already be holding a block. So let's start like this. And then let's do some repair work. It's okay if he ends up over there. And I don't think I ever want anyone over there. But I'd also like to be over here. Yeah, and I don't think I'm going to need this block anymore. So my plan is put this down, and then while he's going left, go this way. And then, what's my next plan? Honestly not sure. I'm sure I'll come up with something though, right? I'd like to fill the hole that's to my south, but that's non-trivial unless I can get him walking to the left, which is not easy to do. In order to get him walking to the left, I have to do like this. Oh, that works. Okay, so I filled this hole. That felt good. And now that he's over there, can I trap him over there? I can kill him with a sword. Great. And then I will be able to find a way to kill this guy with the sword just like this. Great. Okay, and there's no memory fragments, and so let's move on to Basement 81. Might as well grab a Locust Idol. Hey, I did it. And then after that, I can just walk around this guy. And everybody wins. Basement 82. I must kill all the enemies. I own a sword, which makes that non-difficult. And also I have wings, which makes it non-difficult. So since these guys are sitting on what do you call tiles, I ought to be able to just do this, right? Yeah. Great. Okay. Happy enough with that. I cannot use the Void Rod. There is a secret in that floating chest that we have been in before, so I don't need to revisit it. And so I'm just walking and using my wings, and my wings make this extremely easy because I can simply walk around this way and go this way. And if I wanted to pick anything up, I could, but I don't need to pick anything up. Great. Basement 84. There is a Lilith cutscene that I wish to revisit, but it's not this one, and it won't happen this episode. But I need to figure out exactly which one it is and go revisit it. I saw a minor spoiler in someone else's something, and it's basically just kind of like a little bit of bonus content that I did not see, and I want to show that all to you all. And so I will try to remember to do that in the future. I don't think there's anything else I do need to do here, so I'm just going to continue moving downwards. And I don't expect that anything noteworthy will come from any of this. Is there a way for me to not completely die here? Let me think about this for a moment. I did not bring any tiles with me, so if I want to look at this, I don't need to, but I'm going to anyway. Mural's badly damaged. We can see the ones and zeros. And I can make out some of the characters. Hallodyme. I think this is always the same stuff I've always seen. It appears to be. Alright, so that's just the brand information. So I'll go ahead and take a death. I still have 38 Locust Idols. That will hopefully be plenty. And we will move on to this zone. There are 2 rocks to talk to, and I would have to be pretty sparing in my use of the Void Rod. And since there's 2 rocks, they ought not have anything particularly interesting to say, so I think I won't even bother. And so instead, let me pick up a single tile and then plan to put it back down so that I can get to the exit, and we can move right along. 3 rocks also ought not have anything particularly interesting to say. I currently cannot use the Void Rod. Without the Void Rod, I can easily... Right, the issue is the 4th pressure plate, because if I push the Dark Idol up, then that will cleanse me. And so that is the tricksy bit. And there is an extra rock, and so the correct thing to do... Yes. Maybe? Yes, the correct thing to do is to get rid of these statues so that I am capable of using the Void Rod, and then move the pressure plates around into correspondingly useful spots. And is this the end? Not quite. Still got a lot to go. And so what I want to do is pick this up and put a pressure plate down here for the Dark Idol to stand on harmlessly. And then also put this somewhere. This will work. All pressure plates held. Exit is not underneath the Dark Idol. There are no memory shards to pick up. I'm ready to move forward. Hooray! So this guy is going to kill himself, and once he does, there will no longer be a living entity to keep the pressure plate holder dude alive. So I need to make sure this guy doesn't kill himself. And that's easy for me to do with wings, because I can just set these off, and now he's no longer in very much danger. And then after that... there's a lot of things that I could do. And so I will choose one of them somewhat randomly. I will move the pressure plate over here and push the statue onto it. There we go. There is a locust idol. It's not too hard to get to. I'll live without it. This is where we form the brand, and I've already done that before, and there's 3 rocks, so they're not going to say anything particularly interesting to me. Dis, or God, or whatever. Have I wronged you? Alright, and then the other thing that needs to be done is to place a pressure plate somewhere that a rock can end up on it so that I can get to the exit. Many ways to do so. I chose that one. There are no memory shards here. All I need to do is get the pressure plate held with wings. This should be straightforward. In order to pick up the pressure plate, there are a variety of ways, and I believe I see one that goes like this. Crap, I'm holding something, and I didn't mean to be holding something already. Have I screwed it up? Not entirely yet, because I can do the... Oh, nope, I did. I was already using wings. I'm a dummy. Okay, so don't pick anything up. Then pick up the pressure plate. Then... I think it'll actually work to do this. Put the pressure plate down here. You will occasionally stand on it, and that will occasionally allow me to get to the exit. And there's nothing else I need to do on this floor. Great. There's a memory shard fragment thingy. That's what we're looking for. So, Duty McDuderton down here needs to get out of my way so I can get the memory shard. That will not necessarily involve him opening up the hole, because I could close it first myself using some other whatnots and etceteras. So let's do that. I think I'd like to use just like random floor tile to do that, so I'm going to choose to do this. I'm going to want this somewhere, and somewhere that will be easy for me to... And I'm going to want this somewhere too. How am I getting around this dude is something I have not spent enough time thinking about. It occurs to me now. I'm pretty sure it's still going to be solvable, though. I cannot pick up the... Alright, let's see. I can get around the dude here. And then if I go to the left, he'll go to the right, which would be safe. So I think this is fine. No, but I can't get around you. I can do this, though. Here we go. So I could do that, for example. Pick this thing up. So I got my memory shard. I also might as well do this. Pick up my locust idol. And now I want us to be offset. And so if I do this, you'll be ahead of me and you can go up here. And I just wanted to do that to get around you because really now what I need to do... Oops. Well, how am I going to get you... how am I going to get back over there? I might have done something bad. No, we could trade this way, right? Maybe. I'm not sure if I've screwed this up or not. I think I've screwed this up. Maybe not. This is complicated. He got to the exit almost. Good job, little dude. I suppose I'm capable of going over here. Yes, here we go. He's back down here. Okay, so he's no longer in danger. That's terrific. Good job, guy. I just moved in the wrong direction and fell because I'm a dummy. Okay. I actually like most of what I did there. I'm going to repeat it less dumbly now. I don't need to go back in the whatchamadoodle. So now the goal is to get the pressure plate on one end and the floor tile on the other, and that's what's going to be hard, I see. Actually, no. This doesn't have to be hard. This can be easy, right? Wrong. Maybe? I don't know what I'm doing. Currently there is a hole over here. I would eventually like that hole to be filled with... How do I get him standing on one place and me on the other when we can't really pass each other by well in the middle? Can I get us both into the same area? Yes, I've already done that. And so it seems like, for example, if I did something like this and then got us both up into the top and I move to the left, he'll be moving to the right. So let me get us both up into the top, assuming I can do so. So he is now up into the top over there. And if I do this, now we'll be offset. So now I could get up into the top. There we go. Okay. I eventually got there. And I got another memory shard. So we're up to 11 of 16, if I recall correctly. And it appears that there's a memory shard underneath Duty McDuderton who must die. Which means I need to kill all three of these dudes. And since I own a sword, one imagines it wouldn't be too hard. Ah, the virtues of imagination. How do I think I'm going to get enough tiles there? I believe I can do a thing. Suppose I pick up a piece of glass and put it here so that I can pick up a good tile and bring it over here to give me some good tiles to stand on. And then I could bait my way around somebody and something. Great. And then I can repeat that process. 2 of 3 dudes are dead, and the third dude could be dead just by doing this. And there is my memory shard fragment that I so desire. Let's bring a tile along with us, because it seems like that's going to be useful. It was not as useful as I was thinking. Let's pick this up. Let's put it back down. And let's correct a reward, in addition to the memory shard, for all of our good work. It's 3 Lucas titles! Lucky! Alright, and then move on to the next floor. Alright, I think that's 12 of 16. I won't be able to use my Void Rod until I push the statue off. However, I don't need to use my Void Rod. I can simply walk to the exit. We are now in the section that I might have been chasing an NPC who had stolen the Void Rod, but in this case, that NPC does not exist, and so that makes this all much easier. Leech Snake on the bottom left is going to kill itself, and there's no way that I will be able to prevent that. I cannot currently use the Void Rod. I will need something, but only one something, on the pressure plate. So it is safe to kill all the bad guys, if I can do so. And I think I want to do so, and I see a way to do so. So I'm going to begin with that. Oops! I'm going to begin by throwing myself into the abyss. Okay, maybe not the smartest thing I've ever done. I just used the... Okay. Maybe that's not the smartest thing I've ever done. If you wanted multiple instances of not the smartest thing I've ever done, well, there you go. How do I get rid of this statue, is what I'm trying to figure out. Suppose I did not have any of my power-ups. How would I solve this puzzle? The only possible opening move would be to push the statue thusly. So let's do that, and then figure out the rest. If I push it up again, I don't think I could ever push it off. If I try to get around to the left-hand side of it, the ogre is going to kill me. I don't love either of these options. Is there another option? Well, I could use my wings to just fly across. And then get on the north end of the statue, and how does that help me? Not much, honestly. If I did go to the left of the statue, the moment I move there... no, I still stay ahead of this guy. Hold on. I can just do this. I'm a dummy. Everything's fine. Everything is dandy. Everything is fine and dandy. Alright, and I think I actually do want you down here, and I even want you down here, and then I'm just going to fly away. I'm going to grab a locust idol, because I deserve it. And then I am going to grab a pressure plate, and push... Oh, can I push a rock onto a pressure plate? I don't know that I can, but guess what? That doesn't matter, because I can put this guy on a pressure plate, right? And he will already have gone off by the time I get there, so I think I need to move this around a little bit by doing something along these lines. And then I'll be able to get to the pressure plate, or get to the exit in time. And let's go ahead and grab a locust idol while we're here. And now I think I've done everything I need to do. These are not lonely rocks, they're non-lonely rocks, and so they won't have anything interesting to say. 3 dudes. Can they bang? Okay, we have to do science. If I go down, 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 do the chests. They do! Okay, that's pretty cool. And this was probably set up this way so that it would be possible for the player to accidentally discover this mechanic without getting the clue from Void Memory and talking to the first rock, which I believe is where you get the clue. So that's pretty interesting. You have to wait the 3 seconds, so it's kind of still unlikely, I think. And it's also appropriate that it's be the gluttonous one over here. Where there's a room with 9 locust idols, basically. Okay, that was cool. Something I did not really realize about the geometry of that room. Who is that? Is that... It's not Gnawing Rage person, is it? Have I seen this NPC? I feel like I recognize the sprite. But I have no recollection of the conversation with this particular NPC. So we're definitely going to talk to this person again. Oh no, it's him or me, because it's an NPC, and so either I would need to die or they would need to die in order to make these statues disappear. So even though I don't remember it, I definitely have had this conversation. And so I need to push them off. But let's talk to them once, because I just want to see what they look like. Excuse me. You're blocking the path. Oh, shut up. I'm trying to figure out a way out of here. These darn statues. Didn't I just kill all those monsters already? Wait. Okay, yeah. And that guy looks kind of like one of the bandits from the cutscene where Lily and Gray are in the carriage going to Johan's territory or something. But in any case, I'm going to push this guy off because one of us needs to die. And he has very big eyes when he discovers what's going on. Poor guy. Yeah, I'll have to take a look and see if they reuse the same bandit sprite, and if that is actually the bandit. Like, I mean, it could just be that they reuse the same art for the person, but like, I wonder if there could also be like a way that it's actually the same dude. And if so, which circle of hell and which sin am I in right now? Does that match up in terms of NPCs? I'm actually going to go look that up really quick. And no, we're currently in the greed section. The person who steals the Void Rod was a greedy person, I guess. And so it doesn't really match up in terms of sins and that NPC lining up, I feel like. But that's fine. Okay. There are many bad guys, and I have a sword, and so it probably doesn't matter a whole lot. It does matter a little bit, because I do need to, no, I can use my sword while I'm using my wings, but I do need to, I can't use the, I'm a dummy. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Suppose instead, I killed this guy, thusly. And this guy, thusly. Hey, look, I did it. Oh, dear. Is there any point in killing the guy at the bottom? Not that I can see, so I'm totally going to do it. And I'm even going to pick up a... No, I don't want to be holding anything right now. I can just kill you this way. Hey, guess what? I've made the puzzle unsolvable. I really need to actually, like, sit back and take 2 seconds to read the puzzle and figure out what's going on before I just start playing, because I'm killing myself a lot right now. There's 2 pressure plates that need to be held down, so I need to keep 2 guys alive. And I have failed to do so. So, both ogres need to stay alive. So in order to do so, I think first off I will get rid of a threat there. And second off, I'll get rid of a threat there. Okay, so that guy is already on a pressure plate and trapped. That seems pretty great. This guy, it will be pretty easy to lure him over to the right, which is nice and safe. And then while he's doing that, I can start setting up a location for him to end up on a pressure plate. That could be his final resting spot and allow me to get to the exit. And there's nothing else to do on this screen. Great. Basement 100. Sorry, brain 100. I think this could be... Okay, I can use my rod a finite number of times. This could be a good final screen for the day, I feel like. I need to get 2 pressure plates, which almost certainly need to be moved. Covered by me. And get to an exit. And I can pick up, put down, pick up, put down, pick up. So I could pick this. No, I can't pick this up. I would have to walk around here. I'll be having shadow followers, so I could pick this up. Walk around here and put it down here. Then walk around here and pick up the exits. And perhaps put it down here. But then I can't do any more pick up, put down stuff, and I can't get back to where I create more followers. That's not going to work. And therefore the puzzle's impossible. I think I see it. I can pick this up, but then push the statue off. And how am I breaking this glass? I want to then fill in this tile. But breaking that glass is actually difficult. I need to push the statue to break the glass. I need to push the statue on the glass and then off the glass. So Is this the pressure plate I want to pick up then? Perhaps not. I want to push the statue on the glass. I then need to go over here, push this statue off, push this statue off. It's now in a bad spot. And I have to pick up and put down something. But I need a lot of walkable tiles. I think I see a way to do it, though. Okay, so... Is there a reason not to go ahead and pick up this tile? Because I'm eventually going to need a tile. So I think this one seems fine to pick up. So, then I want to push you there, give myself space to walk to the north in a moment, push you off the tile, put a tile here, and now I think I have mostly solved the puzzle, because I can push you off safely, and now I'm capable of walking circles and picking up more shadow followers, and I do need a lot of shadow followers. So it's going to take me some time to do this, but I think I could just pick up enough followers. How many do I need? I guess if I eventually walk from here to the exits, or actually if I'm walking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 or 12 followers I think would do it. So yeah, I can do this. So after walking in circles a few times, I believe I have enough now. And I think I also won't run into my own tail when I do this. It's actually close. I am gonna run into my own tail. Oh no, shoo. Okay. Yeah, I picked up more followers than I needed there. But I did it. Basement 100 complete. And that's going to be where I call it a day. I'm going to say that I hope, as always, that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Void Stranger, as I feel like I'm back in the swing of things, but at some point I also need to step back and figure out what are all the other meta puzzles I need to solve. But for now, 4 more memory shards, and we'll get the final memory. So look forward to that. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.